Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Susanna Soriano. Most people call me Susie, so feel free to call me Susie. My major currently is business administration. This is my second go around at college. I haven't been back in 20 plus years. The first go around, when I started taking college courses, my major was criminal justice. However, since then, I have actually been in the financial services industry. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. So this major of business administration is more in line with what I'm doing in my career path. A little bit about myself, my hobbies. I enjoy scrapbooking. That is a big passion of mine. However, I am all about any type of crafts, whether it be fabric, wood, paper. I love creating and designing. My other special interests are Disney, anything Disney, whether it's spending time in the theme parks, traveling to other cities or countries to go play in the parks, doing special events at the various parks, taking a Disney cruise, and even running half marathons on Disney property. My most embarrassing moment, as you would imagine, happened at Disneyland. It's also the one and only time that I've had a serious injury. I was attending a local radio station event that was being held in the park, Disneyland, and I was trying to do so much in such a little amount of time. I was running from place to place, and in trying to get from one place to another and running, I tripped on a crack in the ground. I ended up breaking my foot. However, I didn't know that I had broken my foot. It wasn't until I got to my car. At that time, I drove a stick shift. I pushed my foot on the clutch and very soon realized after I yelled out really loud that I had broken my foot. Thankfully, my passenger in my vehicle knew how to drive stick shift and took me to the emergency room at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was in a cast for several weeks. I believe it was 6 to 8 weeks, and I wasn't able to work. So that's my one and only major injury, and if, as luck would have it, it was at Disneyland. So I'm a Southern California native, born and raised right here in the San Fernando Valley. I was born in West Hills. I've lived in several cities throughout the San Fernando Valley. I am currently residing in Van Nuys. I've been in Van Nuys for 20 plus years. I don't know that I'll end up staying in Van Nuys, but I definitely know that I will be staying in Southern California. I love it. Can't beat the weather. I am taking this online public speaking course for several reasons. One is to complete my general education requirement for my major, and two, to get over the fear of public speaking. I speak at many events and seminars and meetings within my role in the financial services industry, but every time I do, I find myself very prepared but very nervous. You might not be able to see it, but my cheeks get very hot, and sometimes they turn red. So I'm hoping to overcome that with my public speaking course. My educational goals as a manager in a financial services firm, I tend to coach and meet with several employees that are directly under me. I always encourage them to have ambition and to strive for more, whether it be personally or professionally. I always encourage them to take exams, licensing exams that will help them in their career, or go back to school, or take a course to help them in any subject that they feel that they need or they desire. So I thought it was time to take my own advice, and here I am. It also helps that your firm, my firm, that's one of the benefits, is that they will help me with my educational cost. So my big goal right now that I'm striving for is to complete my bachelor's. One interesting thing that you should know about me is I am the oldest granddaughter of 62 grandchildren on one side, my mom's side, one side of my family. We have lost count on the other side. This one, I'm still number one. And although they might not admit to it, I think that they find me to be a little bossy. It came out of necessity. I had to help my grandma wrangle all these kids, because thankfully for us, she took care of all of us. At any given time when we were not in school or when we were below school age, we were all there with my grandma and my grandpa. So I tend to be a little bit on the bossy side, but again, it's only out of necessity and there's no intention. Thank you for taking the time to find out a little bit about me. Have a good afternoon.